Consequences of a defective charge and its effect on conviction. A defective charge means a charge containing an error, omission, or irregularity regarding the offense or its particulars, such as the name of the accused, victim, date, time, place, or manner of commission of the offense. Such defects may arise due to mistake in drafting the charge. However, every defect in a charge does not automatically invalidate the trial or conviction. The law recognizes that criminal proceedings should not fail merely because of technical errors unless such errors have actually prejudiced the accused and resulted in a failure of justice. Legal provision. The provisions relating to defective charges are contained in Section 238, Effect of Errors in Charge, Section 239, Effect of Omission to Frame Charge. These sections provide that an error, omission, or irregularity in a charge is material only when it has misled the accused and occasioned a failure of justice. Consequences of a defective charge. A defective charge may arise when there is an incorrect statement regarding the name of the accused or victim, date or time of the offense, place of occurrence, particulars of the offense, manner in which the offense was committed. For example, if a charge mentions that the offense occurred at 5:30 a.m., whereas evidence shows it occurred at 10:30 a.m., such discrepancy may amount to a defect in the charge. Similarly, if the victim's name or place of occurrence is wrongly stated, the charge may be defective. Whether a defective charge is fatal to conviction. The answer is no. A defective charge is not necessarily fatal to conviction. The essential test is whether the accused was misled by the defect and prejudiced in preparing or presenting his defense. If the accused clearly understood the accusation and had a fair opportunity to defend himself, the conviction remains valid despite the defect. Test of failure of justice. The court examines whether the accused knew the case against him. He was able to cross examine witnesses effectively. He produced evidence in his defense. The defect caused confusion or prejudice. If the answer is in the negative, the defect is treated as a mere irregularity. Illustration. Example 1. Defect not material. A is charged with cheating B, but the charge does not clearly describe the manner of cheating. During trial, A fully understands the allegation, cross-examines witnesses, and produces defense evidence. In such a case, the court may hold that no prejudice was caused and the defect is not material. Example 2. Defect material. A is charged with cheating B, but the charge fails to mention which transaction constituted the offense. Several transactions took place between A and B, and A is unable to identify the allegation against him. In such circumstances, the court may conclude that the accused was misled and that failure of justice has occurred. Power of appellate or revisional court. Where a conviction is challenged on the ground of a defective charge, the appellate or revisional court must determine whether a failure of justice has actually occurred. If no prejudice is found, the conviction may be upheld. However, if the defect has caused serious prejudice to the accused, the court may set aside the conviction and direct a fresh trial on a properly framed charge. Important case law. Willie Slaney versus State of Madhya Pradesh, 1956. The Supreme Court held that an omission or defect in a charge does not automatically invalidate a conviction. The conviction can be set aside only when the accused has been prejudiced and a failure of justice has occurred. Kantilal Chandulal Mehta versus State of Maharashtra, 1970, the Supreme Court observed that the object of a charge is to inform the accused of the accusation against him. Technical defects which do not prejudice the accused are not sufficient to invalidate the trial. Importance. The provisions relating to defective charges are important because they prevent criminal trials from failing on technical grounds. They protect the rights of the accused. They ensure substantive justice over procedural technicalities. They balance fairness with efficient administration of justice. The law focuses on actual prejudice rather than mere formal defects. Conclusion. A defective charge does not automatically render a conviction invalid under Section 238 and 239 of the BNSS 2023. A conviction can be set aside only when the defect has misled the accused and caused a failure of justice. Therefore, the real test is not the existence of the defect, but its effect on the accused's ability to defend himself. The law thus ensures that justice is not defeated by mere technical errors.